This game, 10 Minutes Till Dawn. At first glance, and maybe as you play it, it feels like it's a little bit more difficult than it actually is. And I'm going to show you a foolproof way to win 100% of the time you play this game. I lied to you, it's not 100% of the time. But if you go through this same route or path that I'm taking, then it'll be pretty straightforward to the end of the game. What you want to do is you want to upgrade 4 paths, I believe. You want to go with Pyromage as one of them. And by the way, the character that I've picked is the reroll character because you're able to upgrade specific paths instead of just going random choices. So you want to use a shotgun with the reroll character. And then you want to upgrade Pyromage. And I can see a couple of Pyro choices, but I want to reroll this so that I can get... Ooh, Power Shot. This is exactly what we want. The final upgrade of Power Shot is a Reaper Bullet or whatever it's called. Basically, it's piercing. You can hit 2 enemies with a bullet instead of 1. And we're going to use that to clear out large groups, large swarms of these little tentacle things. And we're going to use that to get as many levels as we possibly can. So here's another level in the Power Shot. It's Splinter, and Splinter's going to come in handy later. We want to fully upgrade this little line of the Power Shot. We want to fully upgrade Pyromancy as well, the Pyromage. And we also want to get as much ammo as we can. So we're going to be using the Reload. I think it's Quick Hands is the first perk. But we're going to be going down that perk line as well. This one right here. Because if you can see this, Kill Clip increases reload rate by 5% for every enemy killed. That's going to be huge late game. And Armed and Ready gives me 2 more max ammo. And both of those are really important. But that's going to be a perk line that we're going to go down as well. Try and stay in the same general area. Within safe bounds, of course, because you want to be able to collect as much of this XP as you can to start off with. So that you can really start upgrading what you need as quickly as possible. Getting the levels is a lot more difficult when you have to keep backtracking to different areas. Like right now I'm getting a little bit far away from where I would like to be. But again, stay safe, stay alive. You want to keep your health up as much as possible until you can get safely... Oh, here's the piercing, and you'll see the effectiveness coming up shortly when we actually get into a big group. And now I'm really starting to feel this reload rate being kind of slow, so I would ideally like... this was already done, right? Yeah, okay, so we don't need Fresh Clip. I'm actually going to take Rapid Fire here because there's another thing from Rapid Fire called Light Bullets, which gives me 1 more ammo in my clip, so that's going to be useful later. And here's one of the spots where having... Oh, I'll take Armed and Ready. Here's where having piercing bullets is really useful, as well as having, you know, a lot of bullets. I could just walk up and, like, shoot from the back. And, like, I killed that thing in, like, what, 20, 25 seconds? And I wasn't even hard targeting it, like, for quite a bit of that. Oh, I did not have Reloaded done. Okay, whatever. Intense Burn. That's another one that we need, actually. How perfect that it gives it to us. That was unintentional, by the way. It wasn't a sarcastic, oh, wow, look at this. I'm going to take Kill Clip because it's there. It's one of the perks that we want later in the game. At 5 minutes, you see in the top right, it is counting down. At 5 minutes, we'll be fighting the actual boss, the guy that charges at you a lot. And in order to do as much damage as possible, I would like Firestarter, because that deals 40 damage per shot. So that's pretty useful if I can manage to target him with that. But once again, upgrading Pyromancy is huge, simply because of the final perk, where there's a 0.5% chance of increasing my health. Here's Light Bullets, by the way. That gives me... Now I have 5 shots instead of 4. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the final perk of the Pyromage line gives you a 0.5% chance of regenerating a missing health point every time something is burned. And in the last 2 minutes, the enemies become a swarm. kind of want to go directly sideways with this one. Like this, so that I can be pretty close to shoot him. The way you move... Ah, look at that. Nice and easy. Having such a high damage dealing thing, and here it is, Soothing Warmth. When you inflict a burn, there's a 0.5% chance to heal 1 of your HP. I want to take that. That's going to be huge. And I also want the Tome of Power, I think it is. Let me get close here. Tome of Power. It increases the bullet damage by 50%. It gives me an extra piercing, so I can go through 3 enemies instead of 2. Bullet size, whatever, you know. It's a thing. Fire rate is down, I believe, but that's not too big of an issue. We're going to be using... Or this is pretty much all we need in terms of fire rate, I think. We might get another extra perk. No, we haven't done the rapid fire yet, have we? No, we totally did, because we got light bullets. Right. Let me just go ahead and collect a lot of this stuff here. I would like Vitality to get that back up to 3, and we don't get it. But Haste is also really good, because later on you get like Blazing Souls or whatever it's called. And in using that perk, it's sort of a fire perk where you can set things around you on fire. But now we're pretty much maxed out in terms of what we want to do for our own personal damage. If you would like to continue getting more damage, I'm going to see if I can get Vitality. Nope. By the way, when you have this damage, you should charge towards stuff a little bit, because you're going to be dealing enough damage to kill them. And so making your own path is going to be safer than trying to run away and like skirt around stuff. So just be wary of the path that you try and take as well as create. And there's really just nothing that it's giving me, is it? I can take light weaponry or something along those lines. Really? Okay, walk speed is fine, I guess. I'm just really going towards the, towards trying to get that 3rd HP, just in case. Worst case scenario, you know, if I get hit once, and then I don't manage to recover 1 within the time of getting hit, I would like that safety net of having an extra health bar, an extra HP, but it doesn't look like it wants to give me that. I also really hate these ranged attacks, so I've been trying to get rid of them as fast as possible. But at this point, it's just survival. It's just surviving. And there's the Vitality. Thank you. So we can actually start to work towards getting summons just for the hell of it. Make it true bullet hell. See, this stupid range is awful, and I'm already back to full health. And that's how incredible this build is. Let's do a light dagger. Why not? So now I'm just going to be running around and collecting all of the experience for fun. Make sure you avoid trees. Those things don't die. I've made that mistake before. Yeah, let's do this scythe. And we're back to full health again. Give me an HP. Thank you. Let's increase our summon damage. There's almost no shot of you dying at this point. Unless you deliberately stand still or walk into... like, walk sideways and shoot forward, something like that. Because everything... you deal enough damage to kill everything in front of you, and there's enough spread that the things that are being killed are also sort of on your side, so it's a clear path that you're creating for yourself. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the slaughter. Triple shot on the ghosts. This is a little bit too much at this point. Also, in these last couple of minutes, there's no ranged enemies. They just rely solely on a swarm. But there you have it. An easy way to survive almost every single time. As long as you can get to the Tome of Power and not die, you should be safe. You should be good to go for the entire rest of the, say, 3-4 minutes that are left. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.